You can spend as much time prepping in the bathroom as your wife does. Sorry, Trafton. Your question is, if you're stung by a jellyfish, you should urinate on the wound. Is that true, B, false, or C, peanut butter actually goes better with jellyfish? What do you say?
I'm going to go with false, Alex. And appreciate you running the net, and hope everybody has a great day.
And you are correct. Yeah, it's no, don't do that. That's it's probably a fetish that the California people started or something, but it's not true. Yeah, you should just wash it well and probably see a doctor. Thanks for having. Going to Mike in Pembroke Pines, Florida. WW4 NEW. Which musical instrument's the most annoying to you?
To me, that would be the electric guitar.
Ooh, we have an acoustical fan here. Okay, electric guitar, first one of those. Your question, Mike. Hang on a second. Here we are. When visiting Haiti, don't whistle. Is considered A, sign of disrespect, B, a sign you're looking for a fight, or C, a sign that you're looking for a prostitute. What's whistling in Haiti?
So I'll guess at Bravo B.
Actually, they consider whistling in Haiti a sign of disrespect. So, yeah, besides you don't have to do anything to find a Haitian prostitute. Believe me, they'll find you. Thanks. Thank you, Mike. David in Baytown, Texas, KJ5HWW. All right, David. What's the most annoying musical instrument, in your opinion?
I won't have to say the steel drums. My son was in hospital. They had a band, usually jazz band, they had a band that played after 45 minutes.
Okay, got you down, and that, are you in a car with an ignition, or a car running or something? We're getting a little bit of interference, but I did catch your audio, so your question is, singer Chubby Checker successfully sued Hewlett-Packard back in 2013 over a computer app called the Chubby Checker. What did the app do? A, it measured a man's beer belly. B, it measured a man's total body fat. Or C, it measured a man's man part. Sorry, David, you dropped out, so it sounds like you have alternator noise or something in your signal. Try it again. Okay, one more time, just the answer, please. Phonetically, if you would. Okay, man, I got it that time. Actually, the reason Chubby Checker sued Hewlett-Packard over a computer app called the Chubby Checker was because the app C measured a man's men part. Yeah, now remember, this is Hewlett-Packard, and the Chubby Checker was rhymes with meter. I'm not sure I'd want to do the twist with one of those, but however, Hewlett-Packard agreed not to use the singer's name, trademarks, or likeness on their products anymore, so... Okay, thanks, David. Here's W7 FTM in Scottsdale, Arizona, going next to Roy in Blasdale, New York, K8 BYU. Roy, which musical instrument do you find the most annoying?
Everybody? I find bagpipes to be about the most annoying. And anybody who doesn't like the sax has obviously not heard the saxophone solo from Harden My Heart by Quarter Flash. That is an absolutely nice sax solo.
Yeah, I agree with Supertramp uses saxophone well in several songs, and I think those are all alto saxes. The tenor sax is the one that sounds like a choking goose, but, you know, even that one can be played well, I guess. Anyway, I agree with you on that one, Roy. Your question is, in the 1890s, the Bayer Corporation sold this to people of all ages as a cough medicine. Is it A, arsenic, B, heroin, or C, turpentine?
B, bravo.
And it worked really good, too. Yeah, it was heroin. Heroin cough medicine. Yeah. You got it. Thanks, Roy. Brent in Pensacola, Florida, KF6 HDJ. Which musical instrument do you find the most annoying?
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Hotel Delta Juliet. 1 Hotel, November Foxtrot Lima. That would be, I'll go with the kazoo. Definitely agree with that one. On to my question, why I can still stay awake.
The Frank Zappa's Hungry Freaks, baby, sometime if you haven't. That's a good use of the kazoo in a humorous fashion. All right, your question, Brent, is hair removal cream used to be made from A, arsenic, B, heroin, or C, turpentine.
Oh, it's either going to be A or C. I think, we'll go with arsenic, alpha.
Yep, it'd kill the hairs off, but if you use too much of it, it'd probably kill you too. Yeah, it was arsenic. Yeah, they used arsenic as a hair removal cream. Thanks. Thank you, Brent. All right, let's go to Randall in Brownstop, Michigan. That's K8UFM. And which musical instrument do you find the most annoying, if any?
Evening, Alex. This is Kilo 8 Uniform Fox Mike, and I would have to say the theremin.
Okay, another one for the theremin. But what would the day the Earth should still be without the theremin in the background? Thank you, Randall. Your question is, what is a bongo board, a B-O-N-G-O board? Is that A, a board used to hold bongo drums? B, a balance board used by bathing suit-clad women in the 1950s? Or C, a game card with numbers on it that are called at random. When a player gets all the numbers on their card, they shout, Mongo. Which is that one, Randall?
Alex, I'm going to say B Bravo. B Bravo.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a bongo board was a balance board used by bathing suit-clad women in the 1960s, mostly in Southern California. The boards were designed to help people strengthen their core muscles and improve their balance. It became kind of a fad for a while. I guess that was before the skateboard took off. Thank you, Randall. Don in Hollywood, Florida, W4PPX. Which musical instrument is the most annoying to you, Don?
Hey, good evening, everybody on the net tonight. I'm going to go with Jew's harp.
Now, come on, Don. It's my relatives that play that instrument. Here, first one I heard of that. Okay, your question is boing, 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 boing. Wait a minute, let me scroll down. Get past the bad jokes. Here we are. Singer Cat Stevens was once banned from entering the U.S. because A, he's not that good of a singer, B, he was busted for marijuana, or C, he's a Muslim.
I'm going to go with B.
Yeah, I give a whole new meaning to one of his songs about, well, anyway. No, he was stopped from entering because he was Muslim. Yeah, his real name is Yusuf Islam, which somehow ended up on the no-fly list in 2004. Stevens was also being trained by the FBI. I'm being followed by a goon shadow. Goon shadow, goon shadow. Thanks, Don. Rich, Metal Lakes, Alaska, Kill for RCS. Hello, Rich. Which musical instrument do you think sounds the most annoying?
Good evening, Alex, and all the net. Soaking wet, Metal Lake, Alaska. 38 degrees. The rain hasn't stopped in 2 days. No snow here. I'm going with that kazoo. That was definitely my answer also. Back to you.
Yeah, that ain't fair, Rich. You're hogging all the rain we get down here in the south, especially California. But okay, yeah, funny weather pattern. Your question is, when visiting Iran, you should never A, use the thumbs up gesture, B, ask for pickles on your falafel sandwich, or C, make fun of Cat Stevens. What shouldn't you do in Iran?
I'm going with Bravo, just because that's the way it is. Thanks for doing that, as always, Alex. KL4RCS in flooded Wasilla, Alaska. Metal Lakes, KL4RCS. Thanks.
Better than freezing rain and ice. That is kind of funny how the weather patterns have flipped around. Thanks to that cold Arctic Express, whatever they call it, coming down the middle of the country. No, when visiting Iran, you should never, A, use the thumbs up gesture. It's the equivalent of giving the middle finger. However, most Iranians won't make a big deal about it if they know you're an American, since they understand cultural differences between countries better than Americans seem to. Thanks. Thanks, Rich. W7 FTM. Scotts, Arizona. Listen to the Saturday Night Trivia Net on the East Coast Reflector. Going to Brian in Monticello, Kentucky, KK4JPW. Okay, most annoying musical instrument, Brian.
Well, I would tend to agree with the guys that said recorders and so forth, and I would be tempted to say any instrument that's not played well sounds awful, but I guess I actually would say piccolo probably is the worst for me, just because it's so shrill. But anyway, and then it kind of reminds me of an old joke that from back in my band days. They said it about French horns as well. They said, how do you get two piccolo players to play in tune? Shoot one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I think a French horn isn't actually a horn. Well, anyway, it's kind of confusing to people. But you got it, Brian. Your question is, and enjoy taking lots of photos on your iPhone? Hold on a second. According to researchers, A, the flash from the device has been known to cause brain cancer. B, taking lots of photos can harm your brain's ability to remember moments on its own. Or C, put away your electronic devices. Go outside and enjoy the fresh air and sunshine. Visit the park, and keep in mind that you're an immortal spiritual being and not a Borg drone. What did the researchers say, Brian?
Oh, that's good. I've not heard that one before. Well, I'm sure C would be the most obvious correct answer, but I would say I'll go with Bravo. B, Bravo. Then KK4 back to the net.
Yeah, that's it. If you use that iPhone and take photos all the time, you're actually harming your brain's ability to remember events and moments on its own. It makes your brain lazy. It's kind of like, if you don't do math, you use a computer to do math all the time, another problem. Taking the abstract is good for your mental abilities, and you want to keep sharp as you get older. I guess that's why we're on the amateur radio. Kind of helps. All right, thanks, Brian. You got it. I'm taking more check-ins now for the Saturday Night Trivia Net. Full call sign phonetically. Twice, please.
Kilo 5, Charlie, Bravo, K5,
Juliet 5,
Z,
Delta X-ray, Bravo.
Kilo Echo 5, Mike Uniform X-ray. Kilo Echo 5, Mike Uniform X-ray.
Kilo India 7, India 5, Whiskey,
Kilo India 7,
Kilo 5, Whiskey,
Oh, Bill, Oakhurst, Texas.
Kilo 7, Yankee Bravo Papa.
Okay, hold on a second. We had some doubling there. Let's sort all these people out. I'm amazed that Vicky pulled out what she did. We have a KC5C, X, Geraldine Lubbock, KJ5, DXB, Frank and Sugarland, K5MUX, Teresa, College Station, N5GLO, Bill in Oakhurst, and KKYYBP, I believe it was, in Ned and Twins Falls, Idaho. Now there was a KI5 station and someone named Bill. The KI5 station, try it again.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Uniform. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Uniform.
Got you down, Lynn. And Bill, what was your call sign? Maybe your suffix is BIL, I'm not sure.
N5GLO was Bill in Oakhurst.
Houston, maybe Bill from William and QRZ.
Okay, I'm sorry, we have two bills there, but that's okay. Get through these pretty quick, and we'll make another call. All right, it's the KC5CZX, KJ5DXP, KE5MUX, KA5WW, N5GLO, and KK7YBP. And Daryl, up at the top, KC5ZCX, question of the night. Which musical instrument is the most annoying?
Well, I gotta go with the crowd and say the kazoo. Just don't sound good. Go ahead.
As far as the common choice tonight. All right, your question, Daryl. Here we are. Which is the most common gas in Earth's atmosphere? The most common gas. Is it A, nitrogen, B, oxygen, or C, cannabis smoke?
Well, the answer is nitrogen on that one there, sir. Bravo, KC5CZX.
Well, although we used to have a lot more oxygen on the Earth back before the hydrosphere condensed and it rained for a long time, now it's nitrogen. There's actually the most common gas in the Earth's atmosphere. But thank God there's some oxygen. Anyway, thanks. Thank you, Daryl. Let's go to Frank in Sugar Land, Texas, KJ5DXB. Which musical instrument is the most annoying?
KJ5DXB, good evening, Alex, Vicky, and everybody. I would say, how about the tambourine? Back to you, sir.
Yeah, what would people who couldn't play instruments do if they couldn't play the tambourine? This one guy in the band that used to be in bang the tambourine, and he did a pretty good job. But all right, your question is, by the way, cannabis smoke is a close second for the gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Your question is, who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Was it A, William Shakespeare, B, Francis Bacon, or C, the Hallmark Channel?
How about Alpha on that one there, Alex? Thanks for checking me in.
I couldn't lure you in with Francis Bacon, huh? Yeah, it was William Shakespeare. You got it. Thanks. Thank you, Frank. Teresa, College Station, Texas, KE5MUX. Welcome back, Teresa. Which musical instrument do you find the most annoying?
This is KE5MUX, and I'll have to agree with what somebody said earlier, the recorder. Speaking of said earlier, you were talking about whistling in Haiti. I kind of misunderstood and heard Hades and thought, well, I guess you wouldn't whistle in Hades because then you might summon Cerberus to you. But anyway, back to you, Alex.
Oh, yeah, lots of prostitutes in Hades. Well, I wouldn't know. I won't judge. Yeah, your question, Teresa, is, okay, which of these birds can mimic human speech? Mimic human speech. Is it A, a crow, B, a grackle, or C, a pigeon with a hi-ho microphone?
MUX.
Yeah, it's a crow. I didn't know that. I didn't know they could mimic human speech. They just choose not to because they don't like humans that much because people, farmers have shot them and killed them and everything else for so long because they're considered a nuisance bird, but they can warm up to you, I guess. And a grackle, it's kind of like a small crow. A little story about a grackle real quick. We have one that we've been feeding for the past 3 years. They look black, but they're actually a dark purple color. And he got injured. He injured his leg somehow, and he limps now when he comes up to the front door, and we've been giving him corn chips and all that, try to keep him healthy, organic corn chips. And when the other grackles saw what was going on, they all started coming up and pretending like they had an injury. In case you don't think birds are smart. Thank you, Teresa Lynn in Houston, KI5WW. Which music instrument is the most annoying?
Good evening, Alex and Vicki. Thanks for running it. KI5WW. I guess my answer is the nose flute, because I have a son who's a comedian and he uses it, and it really upsets people. But we'll go from there. Ready for my question, sir? Thank you.
I chip off the old... Yeah, I shouldn't say that. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Your question is, actor Alex was banned from the Philippines after he said this on the David Letterman show. A, he was so unlucky at love that he was thinking about getting a Filipina mail-order bride. B, he was thinking of opening a business in the Philippines so he could take advantage of the cheap child labor. Or C, he mentioned that he should have filmed Rust in the Philippines since shooting a woman there is only a misdemeanor. What do you say, Lynn?
Depending on how you spell male, I'll go with Bravo. Thanks. Back to net. KI5WW.
Yeah, well, A and B were good answers. It would be like him to say either one, but no, he said he was so unlucky at love that he was thinking about getting a Filipina mail-order bride, which is kind of funny, but people in the Philippines took offense to that, and he banned him from the Philippines. That's, what will he do now? Thank you. Bill, Elkhurst, Texas, N5GLO. Bill, which instrument do you find the most annoying?
N5GLO the net. I agree with the person earlier today that said an improperly played one. That's what really annoys me, is when someone thinks they know how to play one, but they don't have the right thing with it. That's what really gets me. Almost any other instrument I can put up with, but when you don't know how to play it, you can't play it right, it really gets me.
Yeah, you really should practice a lot before you go play in front of a group of people. Thanks, Bill. Your question is, where do baby eels, E-E-L-S, eels, come from? A, eggs that are gestated inside the mother eel. B, eggs that are gestated inside the father eel. Or C, no one the hell knows, which is the correct answer.
N5GLO, back to you. I'm going to go with B on this one just to be silly. But it's probably that, because I know the animal kingdom does some weird things.
Actually, where do baby eels come from is C, no one the hell knows. Scientists have never observed eels mating or located their breeding grounds, so they don't know. We thought we knew everything. Anyway, thanks, Bill. I hope to hear you next Saturday. Is it Annette in Twin Falls, Idaho, KK7YBP? Or if I got your call sign wrong, the KK7, are you there? KK7 YBP or anything close, Annette, Twin Falls, Idaho. That's okay, we need to take more check-ins anyway. It's a W7 FTM in Scottsdale, Arizona, taking more check-ins for the Saturday Night Trivia Net. Full call sign, phonetically, twice please.
Victor, Paw, India. Victor, Paw, India.
This is
Romeo
Kilo
Whiskey,
Charlie
Juliet.
7 Juliet Charlie
Romeo
Victor.
Whiskey,
Kilo
Juliet.
Charlie 7 Juliet Charlie Victor.
Whiskey 9 Delta Whiskey Hotel. Whiskey 9 Delta Whiskey Hotel.
Kilo India 7, Lima Alpha Golf. Kilo India 7, Lima Alpha Golf.
Okay, hang on a second, let's sort this out. We have KO5VI, David and Soldanta, Alaska, welcome back. KC7JCV, Spencer in Richmond, Texas. W9DWH, in Owensboro, Kentucky, welcome back, buddy. KI7LAG in Patrick and Beaverton, Oregon, and the RWJ station, try it again. I know you've checked in before, but full call sign, please.
Yep, I doubled with somebody. Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey, Juliet.
All right, Chris, got you that time. All right, so we have KC7JCV in addition to the top, David Soldanta, Alaska, KL5VI. Which musical instrument do you most annoying for the question of the night? KL5VI or VI something, anything close? No problem, moving on. Chris in Ancaster, VE3RWJ, welcome back, buddy. Which musical instrument do you find the most annoying to listen to?
Oh boy, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say the bagpipes. And what's funny about that is, when I was really young, like 4, 5 years old, I thought bagpipes sounded great. We used to go to Highland games locally, and they'd do that in mass bands where they'd all line up and play at once, and it was an incredible noise. And now, I think that's, I don't know, that would be close to torture.
Well, yeah, don't forget the Australian band, The Church, uses them in a couple of their songs, I think Under the Milky Way and a few others, although I'm sure those are synthetic bagpipes and not actual ones. But okay, Chris, your question is, how many species exist in the world? How many species? A, 25 million. B, 900 million. C, no one the hell knows.
I'm going to try C, actually, because of the high number of bacteria out there.
And you are correct. Yeah, nobody knows. The vast majority of species that exist are undiscovered, either because they're inaccessible or they're too small, as you pointed out, to see. So, thank you, Chris. You got it, buddy. Spencer, Richmond, Texas, KC7JCV. And which musical instrument do you find the most annoying, Spencer?
This is KC7JCV. I would have to say the voice because I'm a vocalist, and everyone has a voice, so they can be pretty annoying sometimes. Back to you.
As I demonstrated earlier tonight, yes. Thank you, Spencer. Your question is, how do magnets work? How do magnets work? A, Lord Zeus sent a lightning bolt down from Olympus, creating magnets from iron to help the Greeks navigate the sea. B, atomic particles inside lodestone are charged with positive and negative electrons, causing them to attract each other. Or C, no one the hell knows.
I would go A, but I'm gonna go Bravo.
Because that makes the most logical sense, but it's, no. The truth is, nobody knows how magnets work. They know they do work, but they don't really understand the dynamics underneath it, so they don't, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Spencer. David, Owensboro, Kentucky, W9DWH. Okay, which musical instrument do you find the most annoying?
Good evening, Alex, and everyone other than that. I'd probably have to go with the quarter. I have no idea why they named it that, because that's the last thing I want recorded. Go ahead, Alex.
Quarter it is. I was kind of catching up to the kazoo. All right, your question is, stationary bicycles were very popular in the 1920s. You could even find them, A, in a speakeasy, B, on the Titanic, or C, in WB2 GPQ's exercise room. Where could you find one of those stationary bikes in the 20s, David?
Well, if I remember correctly, my history, the Titanic was, supposed to be in really high class. And so I'm going to guess they probably would have had one of those on there just to be trendy. So I believe Bravo, Titanic. Thanks for that, Alex. Always enjoy it. They'll be down in you guys.
Yeah, yep, that's right. You could, stationary bicycles, they go all the way back to the 20s. You could find them on the Titanic before it went down. That bike could be worth a lot of money if they could pull it up. A few of them anyway. Thank you, David. You got it, buddy. KI7LAG Patrick, glad you could make it. Which musical instrument is the most annoying to you?
Good evening, Alex. This is Patrick, KI7LAG. Well, having a daughter in middle school and having attended the last 3 years of my daughter's band performances at her school, oh, I can say the pain is real, folks. The pain is real. But I'll have to say the hand chime is probably the most annoying thing I've ever heard. I'm ready for my question, sir.
More cowbell. Yeah, thanks, Patrick. The hand chime it is. I went to that with my daughters. Your question is, what is the longest running television show in the U.S., the longest running TV show in the U.S.? Is it A, The Price is Right, B, The Simpsons, or C, How to Fold Fitted Sheets?
Well, I'm going to go with B, Bravo. The folks out there that knocked the cowbell, I mean, they haven't heard some popular music. I mean, Grand Funk Railroad and all those folks, Blue Oyster Cult, they made good use of a cowbell. KI7LAG, back to net.
Yeah, I understand that Blue Oyster Cult. Now, when they play a gig, I guess they're doing casinos and places like that. They won't do the Reaper song anymore because everybody shouts more cowbell, and they got kind of tired of it. So, too bad. Thank you, Patrick. You got it. Yeah, it's the Simpsons. Taking more checks and check-ins. Saturday night true net full call sign. Phonetically twice, please.
Whiskey, Bravo 7, Victor, Papa, India. Whiskey, Bravo 7, Papa, India.
Kilo India 7, Zulu Romeo India, KI7 0I.
Okay, the last station couldn't quite pull out. Let's try it again, though. We're going to pick up two more here. We got WB7 VPI Wolt in Gresham, Oregon, and KI7ZRI Don in Kennewick, Washington. Welcome back, buddy. The question of the night: which musical instrument is the most annoying to you? Wilt, what say you?
Well, good evening, Alex, and good morning, good evening, or good day to everyone else on the net. You know what? It can also be a very beautiful instrument when it's played properly. But I would have to say, as a former high school band member, I would have to say the oboe. Go ahead with the question.
Yeah, if they play an oboe concerto like Mozart and some of the other composers did, it's not too bad. But yeah, by itself, yeah. Anyway, your question is, where are we? Oh, here we are. Why are there no bathroom mirrors in most Disney theme parks? No bathroom mirrors in Disney theme parks. Is it A, people keep stealing them, B, people keep breaking them, or C, it keeps the lines moving faster?
You know what, Alex? I'm going to guess C. That actually makes the most sense. It would probably keep the lines to the restrooms moving faster. WB7 VPI, back to net.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, it keeps the lines moving faster. People can't see themselves to primp using their new face cream for men and any of that other emasculating crap. Sorry, that just upset me. I brought that up earlier. There's enough garbage these days to make men more feminine. I just want to punch that guy when I see that commercial. I know it's not very mature of me, but thank you, Wilt. Don, Kennewick, Washington, KI7ZRI. How you doing, buddy? Which musical instrument is the most annoying?
For Alex and everyone on the frequency, this is John, KI7ZRI. Hey, Alex, you should definitely punch him. For us, the most annoying thing, it has to be the kazoo. How about that question?
Another kazoo it is. All right. Here's your question. Where are we? Oh, here we are. The alpha wolf, or leader of a pack of wolves, is usually A, the most aggressive male, B, the parent wolf, or C, the one with the fangs. What do you think, Don?
Hey, that's a hard one. We're going to go with a B, beta. Thanks for doing the net arcs. KI-70.
That's right. It's not size or fangs or anything. It's the parent wolf. They still kind of take charge of all their kids, and they're usually the alpha wolf in the pack. You got it, buddy. All right. Taking more check-ins. Full call sign phonetically twice, please.
Whiskey 6, Kilo November, India. Whiskey 6, Kilo November, India.
All right, then we pick up Caleb in Washougal, Washington, W6KNI. Welcome to the net. The question of the night, which musical instrument do you find the most annoying?
Oh, I was a band nerd in high school and middle school. I think I'm going to go with Sleigh Bells, because you only bring them out once a year, and usually only for one song, which is Sleigh Ride. Back to you.
Yeah, could you imagine having to hear that all year long? That you got a point there. Okay, your question is, in Japan, it's considered impolite to eat while walking in public places unless you're eating this: A, a popsicle, B, an ice cream cone, or C, revenge, a dish best served cold. Which one, Caleb?
Oh boy, I kind of classify popsicles and ice cream as the same thing. Got them out of the ice cream truck at the same, you know what I mean. I'm going to say C, revenge.
I'll have to ask George about that one, but if that's true, I'll give it to you. But no, it's an ice cream cone. Yeah, they love ice cream cones over there. It's okay to eat one of those while you're walking, but anything else, eating sushi, McDonald's burgers, it's considered impolite. So it's actually pretty good manners. They ought to adopt that here. Anyway, you got it, Caleb. It's well, I mean, you didn't get it. It's an ice cream cone, but thank you for playing. More check-ins. Full call sign phonetically twice, please.
November 2, Golf Tango. November 2, Delta Golf Tango.
And we picked up Dan in Patterson, New York, into DGT. Welcome back, Dan. Question of the night: what's the most annoying musical instrument?
Good evening, Alex, and hello to everybody on the net. I would have to say kazoo. Very annoying. What do you got for me tonight, Alex?
The only positive thing you can say about it is that anybody can play it. It doesn't require a lot of training, from what I know anyway. All right, Dan, your question is, this submarine car used in the 1977 James Bond film, The Spy Who Loved Me, was sold for A, $3 million, B, $856,000, or C, $100.
Oh, I'm going to have to take a wild guess at this, and I'll go with Charlie. Thanks for doing the net, Alex, and to DGT.
And $100 is correct. Yeah, it was left in a storage container that someone later purchased, not knowing what was inside. And the original owner stopped paying rent on the container in 1987, so this person bought it sight unseen, opened it up. There's a submarine car from The Spy Who Loved Me. Needless to say, he made a bit of a profit, so... Thank you, Dan. More check-ins, full call sign, phonetically twice, please. We'll get your question. Last call, you want to check into the Starnight Trivia Net and get a question? Full call sign, phonetically twice, please.
Kilo Tango 4, Juliet, Mike Bravo. Kilo Tango 4, Juliet, Bravo.
And we have John in Wendell, North Carolina, KT4 JMB. Welcome to the Trivia Net. I hope things are going better for you over there in your state. The question of the night is, which musical instrument is the most annoying to you?
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you running this net. It's my first time in, and it's very fun. I'm going to say theremin. I don't think I've heard that tonight, but that's that crazy sounding electronic instrument that they use on a lot of sci-fi things. So I'm going with theremin.
Yeah, we do have our theremin supporters, so to speak, here tonight, so got you down, and your question is, Ted Alvin J., a New Zealand farmer who set off to join the Army in World War II but sadly never returned, has this tribute to his service in New Zealand. A, a statue of him riding a kiwi. B, an unopened bottle of beer that he left at his favorite pub when he was called up. Or C, a Lord of the Rings character named after him. Heads up one, John. What do you think?
Given that area of the world and their fondness for beer, I'm going to go with B, Bravo, an unopened bottle of beer.
Nicely done, John. You know your geography, and it's correct. Yeah. The Ted Alvin J. was a farmer who went off to join the Army in World War II but never returned, and they left his unopened bottle of beer inside his favorite pub when he was called up, and is still there. And the Wallow Forks Hotel still has the bottle as a tribute to their veterans, so that's kind of cool, actually. Thank you, John. All right, well, now we'll do last call. Want to check in the Starnight Trivia Net? Full call sign phonetically twice, please. Okay, Sansa's Baron is a belly dancer's mid-drift, so I guess we'll call it. We had 42 checked in tonight, and of those who answered questions, 24 people got their question correct, and only 15 people missed a question. And as for the question of the night, what do you think the most annoying musical instrument is? It looks like so far the kazoo is leading the bunch, followed by bagpipes and the recorder. So saxophone is in there too, but the kazoo, bagpipes, and the recorder are the top three. Anyway, we'd like to thank everybody who participated tonight, with special thanks, of course, to Vicky at VKY for logging in the background, and N70K and John for use of his Mesa, Arizona East Coast Reflector repeater. We now return control of the East Coast Reflector back to you until next week at the same time, when the control voice will take you to Saturday night, Trivia Net, W7FTM clear. Good night.
Thanks, Alex and Vicky, for another great net. And hey, Vicky, you need a raise. KF6HTJ. Thanks so much, Alex. KQ7HLD.
Yeah, thank you, Brent, and thank you, Dave. Hope to hear you guys next Saturday, and thanks for being there and being a part of the net. 73W7FTM.